I'm going to be sharing with you in this video the best way to actually help somebody, what true service actually is. Because we can get stuck into beliefs that we are helping somebody, but really we're hurting ourselves and the other. I'm going to share with you what I mean by that in this video and how I believe you can truly be supportive to somebody and really help them on their journey. If you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, currently, the only way to do so is by booking in a single session. You can book that by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of the best way to actually help somebody on their journey is to, number one, hold your own light and positivity. See, I believe that if we try to help somebody, but we start to lower our frequency, we start to feel like we're putting on like a cloak, like we're not being who we really are. We're bringing ourselves down, right? Is that really helping somebody? Because really, I believe how to help somebody is to inspire them and to uplift them, bring them up, right? Because you've probably realized some things on your journey. You've probably had some insight. You've probably gone out of certain, maybe some depressive states or some chaotic states or some negative states, right? And your goal to support somebody is to bring them up, not by controlling them, not by making choices for them, but by simply, the first step is to hold your own light and positivity. Hold your frequency, hold that space for yourself. And that's going to be you holding space for them. See, in one way, you can only take somebody as far as you've gone on your own journey. That's not entirely true because, of course, there's times where, I'm gonna share with you what I mean by that in a second, where you don't need to necessarily like have figured something out in that particular person's, and the problem that person is facing in order to help them, which again, that doesn't contradict what I'm sharing at all, right? Because what I'm sharing is that the whole point is that you don't really need to have it all figured out in terms of what that person's problem or what their challenge is, right? What you want to do is you want to just hold that light, hold that positivity, hold that positivity in your awareness so that you can just hold that space for them and support them in the way that they really need, right? Whatever they actually need, whatever that person needs, and whatever they need will be coming through you in a perfect way when you hold your light, when you hold your positivity, when you just are who you really are. That's what people really need oftentimes. It's not for you to tell them what to do or to overstep their boundaries, right? Or to do any kind of stuff like that. It's just to hold that light. So that's the first step that I found in my journey to really be of service. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in this video is to point them in the direction and point them to what they really feel. To what they really feel, to the right direction and solution that they really feel that they need. You want to point them. That's what I believe a powerful, supportive person really does. Is you don't actually tell them oftentimes. Okay, and I'm going to get to that in just a little bit in this video. But you don't really want to tell them what to do. You want to be a pointer. You want to be a guide, right? If you've ever done a session with me, what you'll find is that what I've learned, and I've coached, I've had thousands of hours of coaching at this point. I don't tell people what to do. I'm just here to hold that space for you, and you can be your own guru in my presence. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be a pointer, right? I'm just going to be a pointer. And so if you really want to coach somebody or support somebody or really help them in a way that truly helps them, that gives them what they actually need, truly to the core, what I believe they really need at the core, existentially to the deepest part of their soul. Because the ego can think, oh, I need to help this person in this way, they need this, they need that, but it's like, they really oftentimes don't need that. Whatever the mind thinks a person needs, that's not actually what a person actually needs is for you, number one, to hold that positivity, to hold that light, and number two, to then point them to what they really feel is the answer, to point them in the direction and the solution that they really feel that they need. That's going to be the most supportive thing that you could ever do for somebody, in my personal opinion. You want to be a pointer and you want to be a guide. That's been my experience. Now, the third and final thing that I want to share with you in this video, in terms of the best way to actually help someone, in my experience and in my opinion, is to, number three, here's what you don't do. You don't overstep and tell them what you think they should do. You don't really tell them what to do. You don't tell them what actions to take. That's what I found is not good to do, because if you're going to be like telling somebody what to do and like what steps to follow, sometimes that can be supportive. Don't get me wrong. I sometimes will do that if I feel called, but I'm at a point in my journey where I realize that I can't really tell somebody what to do. Like really, I can't tell somebody what to do. I don't want to. I don't have a desire to. I don't have a desire to tell somebody what to do. I'm having too much fun in my reality, and I don't think that because think about it. You want to be the change that you want to see in the world, right? And if you're not being the change you want to see, and you're sacrificing your example, your leadership role, you're not being a leader anymore. You're not uplifting him. You're not being a leader. True leadership, true service is about seeing that you can't make a choice for somebody. You can't make a choice for somebody. They need to make their own choices. They need to step into their power. Right? This is why I think it's a lot of people can have a problem, and I used to have this problem, when they give too much power to like their spirit guides, right? Or their coaches. Your spirit guides and any support system you have in your life, whether metaphysical or physical, cannot make a choice for you. They simply cannot. They never will. They can't. That would be selfish of them. It would be selfish for me to make a choice for somebody, and I wouldn't want that for them, because I want people to find the answers that they need for themselves. And that's what people want for you too. This is why you'll find that the most powerful teachers, the most powerful like senseis and gurus and teachers, support systems, guides, oftentimes won't tell you what to do. They'll even play little games with you. They'll even screw with you a little bit. And they're not really screwing with you. What they're doing is they have a conscious awareness that in this universe, you cannot control another being. That is the free will that all beings have. You can only make your own choices. You make your choices, other people make their choices. But you cannot make a choice for somebody. If you make a choice for somebody, that is manipulation. That is metaphysical manipulation. And if you go really far, it can be physical manipulation. But I'm talking at the most existential level here, at the most nuanced level. Energetically speaking, you can energetically manipulate somebody too. And you want to avoid that. And that can even mean verbally. You can verbally manipulate somebody. Now, to avoid this, what you want to do is don't overstep. Let go of the desire to change somebody, right? I remember that a couple years ago when I went through my spiritual awakening, right? I would have to start telling everybody what to do. Oh my gosh, and I want to tell people this, I want to tell people that. But it's like at some point, it's like, you know what? Like, that's not helping anybody. And that's totally, oftentimes can be coming from what some people call the spiritual ego. So what you want to do is be the change that you want to see in the world. find it in yourself and this is just my experience, but if you're resonating with this, this is what I encourage and invite you to do. This is just my experience. Again, I don't tell you what to do, but if it resonates for you, then sometimes I'll share what I resonate with, and you can take it if it resonates, and if you don't resonate with it, then just drop it. But if you resonate to do so, then I encourage you, perhaps if it resonates, to just drop this desire to, and this has been useful for me, to tell somebody what to do, or to manipulate them, or to control them, or to tell them why they're wrong and why you're right, and why you have your belief system and they should take your belief system because, you know, your belief system is the right one and they're the wrong one. You know what I mean? It's like, it's this spiritual ego like game that the ego is attached to tell people what to do because you know the right answers. Look, everybody has their own journey. They have their own answers to find. Okay, and oftentimes that you're slowing yourself down and others by not honoring that they have their journey. So again, if the moment calls for it and you feel like it's really in alignment and it excites you and you feel like it's resonating for them, you can tell somebody an action plan. You can tell somebody what to do, but I believe that one of the best ways to actually help somebody is to, number one, hold your own light and positivity. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Number two, point them. Be a pointer. Be a guide. Point them in the direction that they feel they need to go in. You can even ask them questions. That's what I'll do oftentimes in my coaching sessions, is I'll ask people a lot of questions. I'll ask them questions because I understand that I'm my own guru, and the people that I'm connecting with as a client, they are their own guru as well. And so I simply will, most of the times, unless I feel called to, and again, is necessary, I will simply ask questions. What do you feel is the best thing? What do you feel is the best way to go about this? You know, that's when I had the most powerful breakthroughs with my mentors and my guides and my support systems, is when they really gave me the free will to make my own choices. And number three, don't overstep. Don't tell them what to do, and ask them what they think. Again, if you feel called, tell them what to do. But oftentimes, number three, if you really want to help somebody, try not to overstep and let them find their way by holding that light. Okay, and test this out, and you'll see that people will match your frequency. And if they don't, then that's fine. That's fine, and they can find their own way. And that's metaphysically what I believe is the best way to support somebody, and physically, and at honoring all levels of consciousness at every single timeline. And with that, I conclude this video. I sincerely hope this was supportive for you. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, the only way to do so right now is by booking in a single session. You can book that by hitting a link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Also, stay tuned for my book called The Power of Choice, coming out in a couple months. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.